I had been determined to go to Sydney University, and I was accepted into Women's College. And my Latin teacher at the time said to me, "Have you looked at the University of New England?" And I hadn't. I'm not even sure that I knew the University of New England existed. So I did. My Latin teacher said, "You're an only child, single parent family. I think you'd love it." She was at the University of New England and loved it. So I decided to come to UNE and loved every minute. In those days, to get from the North Coast to Armidale, it was a hairy bus trip from Casino to Tenterfield. There were lots of North Coast students on the bus, and then you trained from Tenterfield to Armidale. Midwinter travel was something of an experience. And then to arrive and to look at Bulamimba was like a mansion, absolutely magic. And I discovered that as a student, if you didn't have parents who lived in Armidale, you lived in residence. Well, in those days, there were no colleges. There were converted army huts on one side of the hill for females and converted army huts on the other side for males. Never the two should meet. We ate in Bull, in the dining hall, that is, and in another wooden building a little apart called the Beverly. The library was a tiny library in Bull, but there were only about 250, 260 students. I had Latin lectures in Bull, and the student common rooms were in Bull. It was just magic to have that as the centre of our universe. I think too that being a small 260 community, we knew everybody. We were very young and we grew up together in a magic, safe environment. The lecturers were fantastic. They really took a care, I guess simply because we were such a small cohort. There was lots of opportunity. There were theatre clubs. We ran a review every year for students to participate in. Lots of sport. We had intervarsity sporting competitions with Queensland. So we'd bus up every year or every second year and they'd come down the other year. And it was a place to broaden your horizons, to decide, I guess, where you were, what your principles were, and enjoy a magic life. Although it was a fairly homogenous population, we were all young, no mature age students, but we did come from different backgrounds. Most were public school students, mostly male, not a few Colombo Clan students, but there was the opportunity to explore other people's ideas. And living in residence, I think, we used to sit around at night and have supper together. And you'd come across lots of different points of view on all sorts of things, things you'd never thought about. And that was part of the growing up experience.